This is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from beautiful Florida. And today our question comes to us from Draconum Blade. And Draconum Blade has the following question. Draconum Blade writes to tell us that there are certain people who, whenever they see him, attack him in a verbal sense. And they harass him and cause him considerable upset. And he would like to know how he can use metaphysics so that this will not bother him, or better yet, so that it will cease. And he specifically asks, how can you remove a person from your life when all other forms of dealing with the situation have failed? And these are my answers to this question. First, I am a believer in the Wiccan Rede, although we've talked about that at length in the vlog, and I don't believe that means you should be a doormat, but I do believe it means you should consider what you choose to do in situations like this with some care, and with an eye to good moral behavior. Having said that, if someone's attacking you, they are declaring a fair fight. And you have to expect, if you're going to attack someone, that they're going to respond. How should you respond, however? And these would be my suggestions. The first thing I would say is to do some shadow work and look for whatever kind of karmic attachments or connections might be bringing these people and experiences to you and causing you to react so strongly to them. And try to work with these, perhaps through soul retrieval or a burning. And also look for the karmic cords that bind you to these people and experiences and cut them. In fact, as I've discussed in other vlogs, it would be good to cut all cords in general, because this allows new patterns to develop. That would be where I would start. And I think you may find that that is quite enough to set the situation to rest. If it's not, and if all else has failed, I do have a recommendation for how to remove someone from your life without violating what I would consider appropriate behavior, and it is this, and that is to bless them out of your life. To do working for whatever wonderful blessing could come into their life that they would really, really want, which also coincidentally removes them from yours. And I did this once many years ago for someone who was harassing me. This person was trying to take over an organization I was involved with using very underhanded methods. And eventually this was what I did. And after I did it, this person's husband suddenly got a promotion that required them to move out of state. It was a wonderful thing for them. It greatly improved their status in life, and it totally got them out of mine. So I would recommend this as a course of action when all else has failed. But again, you want something that they want, that is good for them. And although it may be tempting to try to seek a negative resolution, that isn't really what you want because of the karmic attachments that can come from it. So, those would be my suggestions. I hope you find them helpful. And until next time, may you blessed be. Pray for peace. Pray for love. Pray for stability. Pray for the nation where you live. Pray for the world. Reverend Don, super omnibus of incantations and invocations for all occasions. Marianne Kay and I created this massive compendium of magic and artwork for you to use in any way that you would like. There are literally hundreds of spells and hundreds of illustrations, which can be mixed and matched and used in many different ways. Check it out now at witchghoulstore.com.